Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sam House here again, doing my daily NBA chat over here at numberFire. So to kick things off, I mean, this is the first day where I'm really doing the chat where we have a real big slate, so this should be a lot of fun. The other thing with this slate is there's a ton of injuries or guys resting. There's going to be a lot of value on the board tonight, which should make the slate really interesting. So. Let's start it off with Omri Caspi. Rudy Gay is not going to play tonight, even though he had a monster game last night. He's still dealing with issues with his concussion protocol, and Boogie's not going to be playing tonight either. So Caspi should get a ton of value tonight. He should have minutes in the mid-30s, and he'll have a big usage rate tonight too because of the fact that they really don't have their two stars. So him and Ray McCallum even could both be really good plays tonight. And there are a few other guys I like. Bismack Biyombo is coming off of a 12.12 rebound with a couple blocks game. Al Jeff is still out. Cody Zeller is still out. So, Biyombo still makes a great play tonight, and he's still cheap. His value hasn't, his price tag hasn't come up because of the back-to-back set. So, he's still, just 4,100 he's still 4,100 on FanDuel tonight, which is a great play. Ramon Sessions makes a great play tonight too. We got John Wall's getting a rest day. Sessions will be in the starting lineup, so that'll be really interesting. Brandon Wright's still good, and Mike Muscala, who's coming off of a big game of his own, will be in the starting lineup presumably again, with Paul Millsap still out with his shoulder injury. So those are a few really good plays. Tyler Hansbrough is another sneaky one. He played 36 minutes last time that Amir Johnson was out. So him and Pat Patterson both played big minutes and had decent games last time. But Hansbrough in a GPP could be a really interesting play. I doubt he'll be very highly owned, and he should get a lot of run tonight again with Amir Johnson sitting out. So. With all this value on the board, you get an opportunity to spend big at some other positions. LeBron James makes a great play. Milwaukee has struggled against wing players all season long. So you look at a guy, he's coming off his first triple-double this season. He could have another monster game tonight with a huge usage rate. And he's going to be really good. I just saw a question about Bucks players against the Cavs. I'm staying away from the Bucks. I think that this game could get a little out of hand, and really I'm only looking at LeBron and Kyrie really from that game. I think that's the only real value. But even with Kyrie, I don't know if I'm going for it. LeBron could easily get 50 points in a limited minutes if it comes down to it. He's the only guy. He's pretty matchup proof. I really like him a lot tonight. James Harden has been on an absolute tear. Even though the Spurs are one of the best teams against the shooting guard in the league, Harden makes a solid play anyway because of the way he plays. He handles the ball a ton. He's more of a point type guard, even though he's really a shooting guard. So that should give him a little bit of a boost against the Spurs team that's really good against wing players with Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard locking it down. But because of how high his usage rate is and how much how much they're going to have to rely on him, James Harden still makes a really good play, especially with all the value that we have on the board. Speaking of Kawhi Leonard, he's been on an absolute tear lately. He's pretty much unfadable. I mean, he scored. He almost hit value last night, and he only played 25 minutes. So in a game that should be a lot closer against Houston tonight, Kawhi makes another excellent play. And Brook Lopez, if you don't want to go with one of the cheaper options at center, Brook Lopez could, once again, he's been red hot. He's coming off of a couple 30-point games, and he could be good again tonight. But again, I'm going with guys like Brandon Wright or Bismack Biyombo over there. And last but not least, I think that Greg Monroe will be back tonight. He gets a great matchup I think that he could be a sneaky GPP play if he's gonna. If you're gonna, if he's gonna get the minutes. I'm still a little worried about him coming back, but he's gonna be super low owned tonight, and he could put up another 40 fantasy point game tonight and hit value. So he's another guy I'm looking at as a sneaky little play, but I'm not sure if I trust him enough for cash games right now. So that's it. If you guys want to check out more detail about this, definitely read the primer in a little bit. If you don't have time to check that out, you definitely look at our optimal lineups, and any other questions you have, definitely hit me up on Twitter at @real_house or go to our Q&A app and ask questions there. So thanks for listening. Hope it helps, and talk to you guys later.